Hello, everybody. What's going on? Much peace out there to everybody. I hope this audio is coming through all right and enough, and you can hear me. Um, Nothing really planned, just a bit of an impromptu stream here with some afternoon discussions on the Monday afternoon. We are in Australia. Thanks for everybody tuned in. All good. Much peace and appreciation wherever you might be around the world. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Hopefully, uh, if anybody feels like it, they can come up, click the link, and come up for just whatever you want, just to chill and chat, have a bit of a chop, whatever it might be. Nothing too flash, nothing too fancy. At least that's coming through. I'll just pin the link to the top of the chat, and then I'll pay more attention. Thanks, Daniel. How are you, bro, for coming through? Hope you're doing all right. Um, yeah, it's been a while since I busted a stream out. Just had a bit of time, so I thought I'd do it. Well, doesn't seem to be a timer here. Better give it a few minutes, though, for the algorithm to recognize that this is a peaceful stream. And, there's no need for any warnings or strikes, whatever it might be. Just give it a few minutes. Yeah, hopefully everyone's keeping busy. Do what they're doing. I don't know. I'll just I got like keep it busy with a lot of things to do, but obviously it's just strange. You've woken up and checking out the news highlights and obviously the bombings that are going on in the Middle East. It was quite disappointing, I could say. Not so unexpected, but it just keeps continuing. It's just constant demoralization or just getting people in a sense of fear and exuberating that when that's not an actuality. There's a lot more better. There's a lot more peace out there in the world than there is violence, but the violence gets amplified and focused on, you know. But that's cool. I'm not either. I can't fix any of that issue. Anything that I say over this stream. Sorry for not facing the camera. Yeah, cheers to everybody, man. Got a bit of black domino and gold leaf at the moment. Pretty nice flowers. So I'll be doing those in a little bit. It's got some time. I'm going to have a chop. Probably be here for like, I don't know, half an hour or something. Somebody doesn't come up. I'll stay a few hours. So I hope everybody is chopping out there. If you got a chop, whatever you are, if you're at work or you're busy, just listening, tuning in. Hope you will. You get home to some fine, high grade cannabis. Hopefully the times. Where are we at? Probably in a few minutes. All right, cheers, everybody. I'll hide myself for a second. I'll be back, but I'll be here. Cheers, everyone. Hey, Jezza. How are you, mate? Good to see you, dude. Uh, Jezza's probably got some fine chronic over there, which is good. We've got a few people in here. I don't know who's watching. I was having the chop. Having the chop on the weekday. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Any good movies? Anybody see the other good movies? I actually watched that movie Sinners a few weeks ago. I found that was awesome. I watched that. Wouldn't mind seeing that again. It's actually a really cool movie. I'm not sure if there's anything else that's new out there. Cheers, everybody. I just had a sesh there. Nice one, brother. Good. Thought I'd do the same. The day's been running around a little bit. I'm going to get off camera for a second. Ooh, I'll have a look up this thing I was looking at. What could I do? To there. Excuse me. Alright, so if I go present, uh, share the screen, okay, uh, where is it done? Wait, share the screen, this can be a file image file, must be the whole screen, then that, there you go, we'll do that. Hmm? Is that right? Yeah, there you go. I hope that's right. Is that showing up? Yeah, that's the gold leaf. I don't know how to present. Anyway, so this one is gold leaf. This is one of the strains I've got at the moment. Gold leaf is a 60% 40% indica dominant hybrid that has an earthy sweet flavor with a piney aroma. Gold leaf offers a rich, thick smoke coupled with a powerful high that will produce a feeling of euphoria leading to elevated creativity and happiness. Uh, See if there's some images. It's definitely kind of what it looks like. What I'm doing. Nice, like light green color. A few of the orange pistils, but the calyxes are really plumpy, and it's just covered in trikes. Um, Cured pretty well, as I said. The taste there said, like, what did it say? Earthy and kind of piney, did it? Um, and the sweetness here. And it kind of, I find the effect is not so much because the other one, the black dominant, is probably more indica dominant, but or maybe similar. We'll find out in a second. But I find the effects are much more of the couch lock at a quicker succession, whereas this gold leaf gives a bit of a head stimulation. Um, really strong smoke though. It does kind of knock you back. Um, it says there the thick smoke, powerful high. Really dope. If you guys can try, or if you can find it, or get your hands on it, it'd be worth trying. I'm pretty pleased with the times that I've tried. I'll look up this one. But over there. Oh, Black Domina is an indica marijuana strain made by crossing Northern Lights, Ortega, hash plant, and Afghani. This melting pot of a strain delivers effects that are relaxing and sedating. I totally agree with that. Uh, the ones I'll probably get more say looking like this one. It's not as purpley as kind of anything like that, or this one over in the top left, but more so this one here, I'd say. Completely like that. That's what I can get it. Really nice. Every single time I've got it, it's always been really good with the structure and the look and everything. But a couple of times, I'd have to say, to be honest, there's been it's had the terpene there, but it just might not have been cured or properly, or maybe flashed or something. There was a certain uh, flavor to it that just wasn't nice. But, look at all these. It looks nice. It is nice. I'll go back and see what cross makes gold leaf. Not that. Okay, gold leaf is a hybrid cannabis strain developed by Robert Bergman. While the exact lineage is not explicitly detailed, it's known to be a mix of indica and sativa genetics, incorporating elements from the classic West Coast strains, known for their potency and aromatic qualities. The strain is a balanced hybrid, offering a mix of physical relaxation and mental stimulation. They don't really, that AI overview doesn't have a definite answer, saying it's hybrid. See what Leafly has to say. It's only putting it at a 17% THC. This must have high terpenes, I guess. Doesn't really say. It's just alright. See if I can go back here. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. Um, yeah. So that's what I mean. Yeah. I don't know how to present the top of the screen. Just trying to share the screen. But not sure really. I haven't been completely up to date with what's been going on with the medical program in Australia. It's been a while since I've got to ring the doctor or get some scripts. I've heard about a few different dispensaries or clinics. They've got some good offers. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but they were just offering like cheaper follow up consults and more repeats on each particular product, because a lot of them have a big variant in the amount that they prescribe. Some places will give you like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 different strains at 2 repeats. Everybody's got the 90-gram maximum, I think. Or maybe you can apply to get to 120 if your doctor will uh, give you a letter backing that. Uh, where is this other place I've heard of? They given for there was similar when I was on another clinic actually once where, but they um they barred me from the clinic due to some medical reasons. Um, but they gave like it was quite a few couple of years ago, but I think it was like 6 or 7 different flowers, maybe I think something like that, in like 6 or 7 or 8 repeats. So within the 6 month period, that's quite a lot. With the current one I've been going with, it only gives 2 repeats on 4 products, so I get to go get 8 things. So it's not too great. But I haven't been actually filling the scripts nowhere near as much as I used to. So, but I wouldn't, because they've got rid of that. I think they've got rid of that site. Oh my god, I can't even remember what it was called. It was like a big overview of the medical cannabis. I used to, I don't know. There's one. There's what was that website called? Um, oh wow, I used to look it up all the time. A lot of people would know. Uh, check it out. What's going on in the comments? Oh, we go. 6 repeats, 2 products, 2 products. Used to get 6 repeats, 2 products. I don't know if that was. Yeah, they used to do substitutions. That was cool, but now this clamped down and you have to get the particular. Oh, it's really difficult. I think if they don't have it, I think you said that was the alternative. The doctors generally care about the patients, though, so stop to whatever. Yeah. Similarly, you don't. Yeah, I guess so, because you don't really speak to too many people, right? You order through the online portal, or you can. Alternatively, my experience with them, I guess. And others, a lot of people found that they had to wait a fair while. Once you order it, it'll take like a few days up to a week. At this one point, they were really lagging behind um, to get it, whereas other places, you know, I get mine from the Gold Coast with this place overnight. Um, to Adelaide, but there's a lot they could pick it up from a few places around here. Any chemist really that's willing to do it, but there's a dispensary that's just down the road. It's like a couple blocks down the road. It's not far. It's about a kilometer or maybe 2 kilometers away or something. There's a few around the place. But alternatively, one good thing I got with them in my experience, I guess, would be that like they sent me some flour, Jerusalem flour from Counter-Track, and then like I got 2 packets, and they like were pretty much 1 week away from expiry. Um, so by the time that I would have, because they were supposed to last a month or two or something. Oh, they weren't supposed to last a week, so they were going to be expired by the time I was smoking it. So anyway, I ring them up. It took a while to get in touch. Maybe it was like a 3 or 4 week process, and got in contact. They offered me a discount on the next order, and I think a $50 credit as well. So yeah, I reordered Jerusalem flour, got fresh one, but I got a discount on it, and then I had a $50 credit. So that was pretty cool. But it took to ringing them up. So I spoke to like a reception or whatever, and then like they were pretty cool, I guess. But I said I wanted to speak with the supervisor, like the management, and yeah, he was good, like willing to do that. So that was pretty cool. From Alternative, so shout out Alternative. Yeah, there's heaps of different ones. So I've been sticking to. I've been liking it anyway. The Black Cherry Punch Pouch Red. That's been my favourite. It's only small buds, but the smoke is decent, really decent. I like the sweet terpenes, and uh, I get that berry cherry type flavour, something sweet through it. And then it's got the good couch like indica effect. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, the link's pinned up at the top. Video was to cover chat, whatever, but all good. I appreciate everybody hanging around. Good evening, Mr. Hobbs. How are you, sir? I say I'm lucky. I find nice stuff around anyway. Like you're finding nice stuff, yeah, off from your friends rather than the medical. But you know, well, yeah, you know, the price of the pouch red is another really, you know, attractive factor. But besides the point, like I love the turkey because there's other, the ones which have the kind of piney or earthy terpene. They're nice, and that's what I do like about the medical. It's all everything is kind of being cured enough so that the terpenes come out, and you get flavor from it as well. Um, yeah, what was I say? I just totally lost that. Yeah, the flavor comes out, and yeah. So the price might be whatever it it's cheaper than what's around on the street. Um, I guess to a certain point. That's cheap. If you're going to buy 15 grams, you're not really, you'd be pretty hard to buy to get it for $85 anywhere around Australia, especially like, on the East Coast. Um, so that's I didn't. I haven't found too many really sweet ones in the moment. I guess there were, but I mean, out of the ones I tried heaps, and uh, you know, maybe like out of 70 or so, maybe 10 of them, or less than that. Less than that. 6 or 7 of them would have been of that sweet kind of berry one. There is probably a really nice blueberry on the medical, but I haven't tried it. Or maybe I just can't remember. Come on, what is it? I live in Oregon. We have legal prices come way down. Now you can buy good quality. Yeah, well, that's cool. Getting straight from Hawaii. Maui, yeah. Acapulco. Starting the job. Yeah, you know, I- like initially myself, I think I got a little bit, um, and I guess the selections weren't there. That was about 4 years ago. Um, there wasn't that many selections, and there wasn't that many options. That the price point was low. Um, or in comparison, say like 85 for 15 compared to, well, 230 for 10. $230 for 10 grams was the most expensive uh, medication that I got, and that was the Rocky from AMTG. Um, it was a very nice bud and nice flower and nice smoke, but it wasn't that much better than it should. It wasn't like 4 times, or yeah, 4 times as good to be priced that much. Down to like 135 for the 10 grams, you know, 150, 160, 180, also other options. So getting all those, and that they were nice, like the Cultivo uh, brand, Canatrek, um, Grandiosa, Ventura. There's heaps of different ones. What was it? Oh, so Sativite too. They were pretty expensive, but they've got cheaper options now. I think you can find it on a league. I don't have the account. Oh, I might have set it up or something. I still can't. What was the name of that website? Um, oh, man. I used to check it out all the time, and so that they were awesome. Just anything that was kind of updated and give you information about it, and like the people that got it could put photos up. Did you? Okay, I've got a question for John. If you're still here, mate. Um, you were saying that you're in a legalized place in Oregon, I think it was. Is it? So that's up near got Seattle. Is that where Seattle is? And Portland? No, Portland's there. Anyway, so did you find that once the legalization came in, that more people started to smoke, and it became more prevalent around society, or it just kind of stayed the same with the amount of people that were smoking, and they just didn't have to worry about, um, you know, any laws anymore or being called by the police. It's like I'm just wondering that in the sense that over here we've only got medical um, uh, access, so mm, we got medical access, and it's pretty taboo because a lot of people, population, a lot of the population, I would say, smoke in Australia, but it's still highly illegal in a lot of places. If it's not medically prescribed, then you, you're liable to get in trouble. Okay, Seattle was the number. But I've never got to try West Coast American cannabis like BC. Oh, there's stuff. Yeah, well, obviously, I've never been there. Um, so like BC down to obviously Seattle, as you say, going down to Los Angeles or California. No, not so much Los Angeles. I guess it would be the Emerald Triangle, wouldn't it, or whatever it is around Humboldt. Um, so there'd be a bit of a mix too. I've been to Amsterdam. That was a cool experience. Um, Hopefully, one day we'll be able to get access to like you know California, and maybe it's because it's world renowned and whatnot. But I'm sure you could find some stuff that's from maybe the best of the best from there could be that much better, that bit better than everywhere around the world, but there would be some really nice stuff for Australia that would compete with their stuff. Some of their stuff for sure. Hope everybody's chilling and chopping up. I'm gonna blaze a little bit. Okay, how long I'll be? This says I'm live. Give me the time anymore. Usually. Maybe you want a different computer. You say, I'll use. I'd rather send you something here now. Peace.
Yo,
Sure.
how are we, brother?
Good, man. Thanks for coming up. How are you doing?
Oh, not much, man. I'm good. I'm just chilling, having a bit of a
Yeah,
sesh.
nice one.
Beer.
Oh, yeah? Which one? What are you drinking?
Pardon?
Which which beer are you drinking?
Oh, Cooper's Sparkling.
Oh, nice. You like that one?
Love the heavy beers, eh?
Yeah, it's the only way to drink it.
What's your
So,
drink of choice?
oh, there's a few. Fucking, I'll probably go like a Tasmanian beer or a New Zealand beer. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that would, but I'd drink anything. Cooper's is good. Um, anything heavy, really. That's on special. I'll go to that too. If there's something new there,
I
I'll
feel
try
you.
that. Yeah.
Sometimes the best tasting drink is just a cheap drink.
Forex bit
But
is not really that good.
did you say you're on the black cherry punch at the moment?
Oh, nah, because I don't have any scripts, but that's what I've been getting lately,
Oh, nice.
you know. Yeah, I got that the last few times, but the last time I ran out a few weeks ago and I went to make an appointment. It's probably been a couple months now. Um, and usually it's like I can make an appointment within the same day, or the next day or something. But she's booked at that point. She was booked up for a couple of weeks,
Damn.
so I didn't bother booking an appointment. I was like, oh, well, I'll just go see old mate and
I
do
found that
something.
a bit annoying with alterna leave too. Like if you couldn't get your normal doctor, they like you couldn't get an appointment, even though they've got heaps of other doctors. You sort of had to just stick with your one appointment. So I want to find like a clinic where you've sort of got open access to different doctors and stuff, just to so you don't have to go through that issue.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if there would be. I can't remember the names of these. Someone was telling me, oh, fucking Candle or something like that. Or maybe that's not the one. Nah, there was another one, eh? But fuck, I can't remember. There seems to be they were offering some pretty decent deals.
I keep seeing ads online for advertising for Australians to start their own medical cannabis businesses and stuff. I think advertisers like to say 10 grand deposit and you can start your own medical cannabis business or something like that. But it's popping up
Wow,
all over
I've
my
never
feeds.
seen that from on like YouTube or Instagram. No,
Facebook. I think I might have actually
Facebook.
seen like
Yeah,
one of those still ads on shorts on YouTube, maybe too.
yeah. It's on Facebook mostly. Wow,
Yeah,
10 grand you can start your own cannabis company or invest
that's
in
what.
it.
Well, that's like what they're advertising, I guess. At least there's probably. I'd imagine there's a fair bit more to it than just just giving them
Yeah,
10 grand. But there's probably a lot of back end costs that year. It's probably just 10 grand, like just to get it up and running in the get go. I'd assume.
yeah. I had a look. Yeah, I mean it's heaps more than that for the licenses when I looked into it a long time ago. And then you got to set up the facility, and then the product. There's heaps that'll cost a lot more than $10,000.
That's what I was thinking, man.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I've never seen any ads like that. They used to say. I've heard that they can't advertise. They're not supposed to advertise online, right? Medical cannabis,
That's what I
but
heard
I've seen
too.
a
Eh?
couple of alternative ads on YouTube. I've seen a couple of those,
I definitely
and
have as well.
something
I
else.
thought they weren't. I thought they got penalised for advertising in Australia. Eh?
Yeah, they keep going. They just kept doing it.
The cost of the penalties or whatever.
Yeah, it's not that much, so they keep doing
Yeah, exactly.
it. I've lost my code piece. Hang on. Where is my code piece? I think I just lost it. Fuck. It's good to be here.
State tax the growers 25%, the rec shops 25%. So it's 50% government tax. God damn, 50%. That's hella tax.
Tax for what?
He said in Washington State,
Oh,
the
it's just
growers have to pay 50% tax. Oh, sorry. The state tax the growers 25%, and then they tax the shops 25%, so they get 50% tax.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
off the plant from start to finish. Hey, well,
To be fair, I think I remember Tassie, like it would have been a year or two ago, talking about probably 2 years ago or something, talking about the payments that the actual growing, like the companies that are selling the cannabis to the ultimately to the government. The government's paying them like I think it was something like $4 a gram on the ton. So they're getting what for 1,000 they're getting like $4,000 a ton or something like that. I think. Yeah,
okay.
it'd be $4,000 a ton, and then they're then selling it for $20+ a gram. So the tax on that's like 300, 400% tax, like or more, because all that money goes into the pockets of the government.
What do you mean from the what? When it gets $20 a gram, how much do they get out of that?
So I'm pretty sure the grower, like the actual person doing all the work, they're only getting
Yeah.
paid $4 a gram on the ton, or $5 a gram on the ton, somewhere in
Oh,
that range.
really? So they okay?
I,
I thought it was yeah.
unless I'm mistaken, I think that's correct, but I could be
Wow.
mistaken.
Anyway, there's a lot of like what do you call it? Different what do they call different hands down the line, I guess, from the grower to the set, like to the customer. There's a few
Yeah,
different
that's true.
steps there.
Yeah,
So
because I don't know if you would know or not, but do they do the growing, drying, and curing in the same facility, or is that spread out?
oh no, I'm pretty sure that happens. Like
Right. Okay.
oh maybe not, but maybe there are some that do and some that don't have that all set up in the same place. But um,
Because I guess if they do that separately, there's a lot of logistics of transporting it through different places and then to the packager and getting it all packaged up and inspected and stuff. Because I'm sure there's a lot of government bullshit with
yeah,
safety requirements and stuff. And yeah, I can imagine there'd be a lot of costs involved.
oh my god, I don't know where this thing's gone. What strain are you smoking, bro?
I've got Jack Herrer at the moment. It's not. I'm not like that happy with it. Like it's okay. It's more got like a earthy, peppery sort of taste to it, which isn't the terpene profile I really like. I prefer like a sweeter notes or like
Yeah,
a citrusy type of strain. Like I had some lemon
yeah,
haze last week that was just fucking beautiful. It was just
nice.
tasted amazing.
Like fruit.
Sorry?
Yeah, no, like fruit. It's like got that really sweet.
Yeah.
Or the lemon, maybe not so much, but
Oh, the lemon not
yeah,
so much, yeah, but I like sweeter strains. Like I had a Skittles. That was probably I reckon that's probably my favorite strain I've had. It was like fully purple, just absolutely covered, just covered like with snow
yeah,
crystals, THC
yeah.
crystals, just smelt. And it's hard. Like some people, I've told some of my friends, and they don't believe me when I say it. Literally smelt like Skittles. Like you open a bag of Skittles.
Wow, true. I tried a Skittles mix. Oh, no, I've tried. Nah. And then there was a medical that had Skittles too. They had it. They had it. I swear they had. I tried it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had a Skittles medical strain.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! I can't believe I just had the cone piece, and it's just gone somewhere.
Oh damn,
That's what I've been looking for the past 5 minutes.
you're on the search, bro.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, but I got some gold leaf and black domina at the moment. That's what I was looking them up.
Yeah, I saw before that Black Domina has like 4 different strains mixed into it, like Afghan, Northern Lights. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's really nice.
Is it a darker bud, or is yours lighter?
Yeah, no, that's what I was. Yeah, I've got the ones I've get. I've got it a fair few times. They seem to have it consistently. It's like a lighter green.
Mhm.
You know, it. Yeah, there was some pictures of it there. You could see it wasn't as purple. It doesn't have those heaps of purple notes to it. Some of it
Yep,
goes to a darker green, but and then orange crystals, but it's just covered in trikes.
that's
Um,
mad. Eh? I guess it could do with weather too.
and
I
it was
suppose.
now they're doing it indoor. What do you mean? Because this comes indoor.
Oh, nice.
Um, the
What smell
but
does it give off?
uh, not really sure. It's pretty dank. It stinks. Like it's kind of sweet. It's like you know, it's good. It does have a sweet sort of flavor. So as the few times they haven't cured it, I don't know how. Probably say I got it like maybe 10 times or something. And it's like or a bit less, but something around that. But it's a couple of times it's been like wow, phenomenal. Or a few times it's been phenomenal. But then a few times it's been like it's had a little bit of a bitter taste to it. I was saying,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, like the terp was there. Something happened. I don't know. They didn't cure it, or something. There was like it didn't flush, or something, or I don't know what happened. But still get you stoned, but it just wasn't as pleasant as a few other times where it was just cured so perfectly and grown so nice that it was just like
Yeah,
really
cured where
strong
you like you
and
go to
just
rip off a piece of the
tasteless.
nug and it just cracks perfectly off, and it's just doesn't crumble, but it's just perfectly. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's what you want. G'day, Craig's catfish.
So, brother. What state are you in, bro?
I'm in New South Wales. I live in Outback.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about the law and stuff. Like how how strict it is around Australia in most places. If you don't,
It is, and New South Wales is pretty behind considering how many people smoke here. It's pretty behind on the, the cannabis laws and stuff.
yeah, nice one.
I'll put in the private chat where I'm at.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Like that, you don't have to tell anyone.
Oh no, I don't mind letting you know. I'm just not going to put it on the live stream.
Because I was just thinking of about over. I guess in Oregon or where would it be the people that can grow their own, and if they go to sell it, what's the regulation on that? Like they probably could go to a dispensary and try to sell it, but do they have to get it tested and?
I think there's as far as I know, and he'll correct me. It's good that we got someone from there in there. I think as long as there's no exchange of money, you can exchange cannabis and up to a certain amount, I believe, as long as there's not an exchange of money, unless you're licensed to sell it. But I think that's how it works. But if I stand corrected, I'll stand corrected.
Okay. Okay, so that's from person to person, right?
Yeah.
Or, so you couldn't go to a dispensary and be like, I want to sell this bud to you. You need a license for that.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. John said you can't sell to grow to sell or trade.
Okay. Unless you have a license, I guess.
Question for you, John, is psilocybin legalized in Oregon?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of talk about like DMT, all these celebrities doing DMT and clinical research on DMT.
Mm.
And
How do you feel about it?
Oh, I mean, like, feel about what the celebrity? I don't know. I don't think everybody should be doing it all the time because I heard this celebrity dude. He was talking about he's got a vape. He was on some podcast, man. He's a pretty famous comedian, dude. I've seen him in places, and he's like, "Yeah, I hit the vape last night, man. I was fucking man."
Oh, that's Tom Segura. That's Tom Segura. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
The way he was talking about doing it, so like blasé. I don't think people, I've seen
Yeah, he was
people
just
do it like
saying
that.
he was saying he'd just be sitting in bed, like he's just like talking about he's having a cup of coffee almost, just sitting in bed having a DMT trip. Comes back out and he's like, "Oh, that was cool. Fuck it, I want to do it again." And he does it again. Like, god damn, I don't think that's right. I agree with you.
But and then there's been like clinical trials and shit. But I don't know. Try it. Like, yeah, I just think it's not something for recreational use. It's like it might have medical, whatever benefits, but I think it's just a really profound, thing, and it should be handled with.
I agree. I think I've seen how it can help people with PTSD and like mental illness and stuff. But like living in the outback and stuff, you hear stories about indigenous communities out bush and that they've got secret rituals and stuff like becoming a man ceremonies and real magic and stuff, powerful magic and stuff where they actually do these ceremonies where you become a man and you go through this like couple day long ritualistic trip, like you're in a different or you're in an altered state. They take something, and I'm not going to say talk about what it is or anything, but like it's a very secretive thing, like it's you know what I mean, and not many people actually get access to even do that in Australia. It's very small. You got to be actually living out in the bush to be able to even be allowed to do it, I believe.
Is that with only particular tribes, or most majority of them would have something similar? Like
I don't know
particular
if
mob?
it's the majority of them, but I know there's particular tribes out where around surrounding regions of where I live out bush and that where there's, they
Yeah,
do, there's magic ceremonies and stuff.
yeah, yeah. Trip, eh? Wow, that's cool. I was, yeah, wondered about the connection of indigenous and like magic mushrooms and
Mm.
cannabis, and because shrooms they grow wild and shit around the place.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
all over Australia, right?
Obviously acacia as well. So
Um, I think some there's a certain plant I've heard that they boil down. So I don't know exactly. Like I know what the plant looks like. I don't know the name of it. So,
oh yeah, that's cool.
but
Yeah, those traditions should be held on to. So like it'd be so sad to see all that stuff lost, man.
but
Like
you understand too why it's been kept so secret. Like there's been enough destruction to Indigenous culture and heritage around Australia as it is. So it's like
yeah,
keeping it close and guarded to the people that really respect the traditions. I think that's important because if it got just publicized and that it just get whitewashed. You know what I mean? I don't mean that
yeah,
racially or anything, but I
yeah,
mean in the word whitewashed, it would just people would think, oh, I'm just going to start doing that because it's cool and Indigenous culture do it. It's like, no,
yeah,
this is a really important tradition that you shouldn't just be fucking doing just because you feel like having fun.
yeah. That's right. Fashionable kind of like yeah, or whatever. I know what you're saying. And language, man. You know, I
It's
think it's something.
incredible. Don't you think it's incredible how many different languages that have like existed for our Aboriginal culture? Like, it's one of the longest
Oh yeah,
running cultures that's still thriving in history today. And you look at every region across Australia and they speak a different dialect. It's incredible.
yeah. I think I don't know how. Do you know how many it is? I think
I'll look it up right now. I believe it's over 100.
it's definitely over 250 something. Um,
Yeah,
I thought it was about 250, but in Fiji actually they've got
it's
like
it's 150. Sorry, I just looked it up.
is it? Oh
Yeah,
fuck, I thought it was like 250 something. 150 different dialects. Okay.
yeah, different languages, different native languages. I think that's just mind blowing, honestly.
Look up what Fiji's got.
Sure, let me have a look.
I know there's 330 different islands, 330 different islands. I'm pretty sure there's like, I thought there was, oh, have a look. Because I thought there was 200 different indigenous dialects.
Wait, so just how many different languages they speak in the Fiji Islands?
No, different dialects, type
Oh,
dialects.
dialects. Yeah.
Because there'd be three different main languages, I guess.
Whoa, 300 different dialects.
Yeah, see? Crazy, eh?
Wow.
There's 330 different islands in Fiji.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's mind blowing.
yeah.
Oh, okay, John, to answer my question. Um,
But they all speak one sort of common native language. But there's 300 different dialects among 330 something different islands.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, eh?
Unreal. John, are they legalized in Oregon or are they just
Oh,
decriminalized? Magic mushrooms. I know in Amsterdam that you can get you can't get magic mushrooms legally, but you can get truffles, like magic truffles
Oh
that
yeah,
grow. And,
yeah,
yeah, I think you said earlier you've been to Amsterdam, didn't you? Or was it someone in the group?
yeah. No, I went, but I didn't try truffles when I was there because I went when like um I was like just I was on my brother was working over there right at the
Hmm.
time, and I was going to uni and I was on uni break at just like when I was just sort of got out of school and was going to uni. Um, and yeah, he was in London, right? So we went. I went there and stayed there for a month anyway. So he took me on a bit of a holiday. He goes, "Where do you want to go?" So we went to. I said Amsterdam, bloody blah. We went there for a few days, and when we got there, he goes, "Oh, we're not smoking," and I'm like, "What?" Thinking in my head, going, "What? Fuck!" I didn't say anything out loud, whatever. And then I was like, all right. So we just went and did touristy shit. But when at night time, because like he got a hotel room with him and his girlfriend, and then he got me one as well. So when we went to sleep, I just snuck out and like run amok, fucking. Um, but then on the third night, or on the third day, he goes, um, "Oh yeah, we'll go have a smoke then, eh?" So then we went around to a few different coffee shops and shit.
Wait,
Um,
why do you make you wait 3 days?
I don't know. You just said on the last day or some shit, and then like we got heaps, and like, I on the first few days I went and got some, and then I went to a few different fucking the red light districts all over the place. Where we stayed, it was pretty much just like there was some certain things that were just across in the same area, but there was a couple coffee shops as well. So I just went
So
and
it's
had a
all sort
chat.
of like mixed in together with the normal shit.
Well, now there is one main street. It's in the kind of the city. Or I'm not sure if it's the city, but or the same area. I can't remember the suburb we were at, but we were in a like pretty decent. It was like a night, 4-star fucking hotel. So it was in the city kind of thing, and like,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, if you walk, we walked maybe like a little, there was this section 10, 15 minutes which was a main strip of that red light district, like a big mall of it, and like big buildings on either side, and on either side of the river and shit. But then if you keep walking around, there's places that if you see something with like the lights on it, or one of those barber, like those barber shop things that they go like around and around like a circle. It used to be the
Yeah, yeah,
signal.
I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah. I think if you see one of those and shit on, that's like there's a it's like a fucking not like a brothel, not a brothel. It's just a woman in a window in a room type shit. Um,
Fucking hell.
yeah. um, but yeah. So that was
Did you
around there.
experience any
Pretty
women in the
dangerous.
window while you're over there?
Um, yeah. I fucking I went when I was in Rome. I became Roman, I guess.
Ah, you know.
Yeah.
Ah, you know. Yeah. Say less. Say less.
um, yeah. It was funny.
I'll be back in a sec, mate.
Oh, good. One mushy will get you hat. What is it? Azurance. Azurescence. Nice. Yeah, I've done a bit of picking for blue meanies. We have those up in the northeastern parts of Australia. I think on the eastern parts of Australia. Um, but down in South Australia, we have the gold tops. I think there's the different Suburginosa is the ones that are here, and the other ones are the cubensis. Or yeah, I think that's it. Blue meanies and gold tops. There's a difference. I still haven't found my comb piece, which is really disappointing because like I wanted to have got a could have tried to chop and finish it. But the chopstick, yeah. It's got to be somewhere. I just had it, so it's either to roll somewhere. Oh wait,
I'm back.
he's back. Maybe the blue moons are the same. Flying sauce. Yeah, blue meanies
Flying
they're
saucers.
kind of thin stalk with this small like mushroom cap. It's not really a the gold tops. The Suburginosis have more of a flat, broad cap.
Blue meanies are interesting because they're one of the only strains of mushroom that has a high concentration of psilocin before you ingest it. So normally, you might already know this. When you eat psilocybin, it your body transforms it into psilocin, and that's the actual psychoactive component. But the blue meanies have a really high concentration of psilocin, so when you eat them, they come.
Oh, quickly, yeah.
Man, Azure Essence are the strongest known recorded species of mushroom. Just found Paul Stamets discovered them.
Oh, real.
Yeah, they're quite rare though.
Yeah. What do they look like? I could have a look up.
That's why you can drink urine and still get it.
Oh, they look like suburbs. They look like gold tops. Whoa.
Suburganoses were the most common ones where I used to live. They used to grow everywhere.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. Nice.
Where I live now, it's too far into the desert to actually grow. You don't see pretty much any mushrooms growing.
Yeah.
Like, not even just the odd. Maybe in winter when it's really wet, might get the odd mushroom pop up here and there, but they'll never be psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah. I think it could be starting now in down in South Australia or everywhere really. We've had the cold weather and stuff. It's rained a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Once the sun comes, I guess. I don't know too many places. I mean, I know there are many places, but I don't know them. But in Brisbane, I know where to go
It's
around Brisbane
like
area.
if you do a little bit of research on, like, I guess you take the common ones that you might think are in your area based on like the environment. Like if you've got a lot of old growth forest or big forestry around where there's like wood chip, a lot of wood chip substrate, you're probably bound to find like if it's had a rain in the last 24 hours or 48 hours and it's getting below a certain temperature every morning, you go out to any of those areas, you're probably going to find some if you look for long enough. So, and then you find a good spot and like you harvest them, leave the spores to repopulate as you're walking around too. And then next season you have a fucking mad spot to go pick
A
out.
lot more. Yeah, wow. True that. So what sort of wood chip are you talking about?
It depends.
Oh, it
So
doesn't
different
matter.
mushrooms like a different wood
Oh,
chip.
yeah.
So if you know what sort of trees, like if you've got sort of area where it's highly populated with not big old trees, if you know what sort of trees they are, just go online and like look up what sort of mushrooms like feeding off that. Or if you've got easier one is just cow paddocks. You'll always find them at cow paddocks. Like if the spores are in the area, they'll definitely grow. But the problem is, I guess, getting on the cow paddocks without some dude running you off the land and shouting at you is the problem. I remember being as a teenager and that getting in trouble with like having to jump over barbed wire fences and that, like being a dickhead.
Yeah. But the good thing, their place is pretty far away. You know what I mean? The house is far away. Happened a few times, but there was a few times where you could go and get it. Probably more times where you could go on the field, but then the times that someone was there.
Yeah. Got a few nice scratches from those journeys.
Thinking about it though, like you could go, if you went and asked the farmer nicely, you're like, "Look, mate, how you going?" Got to know him, and then just go. I'm just going out to the field and grab those. It's all right. They'll probably let you do
it. If I knew one of them, it would have been cool, but I didn't know any of them.
Yeah, you got to get to know them.
And they probably have barbed wire for a reason, I'd say, Fergus.
Yeah. Yeah, look, there's been a few. Yeah, fuck, the people weren't happy when they come out. Fuck.
Oh. It's all character development.
This is intense, man. I can't find. I'm gonna have a good look for this cone piece.
Oh, you're still looking for a bloody helmet?
Yeah, I know.
I got a spare one here, shame I can't just stream mail it to you.
I thought I probably got a spare one in the room, but I don't think it. Like, I'll go have a look, but I'm pretty sure it's not there. There is somewhere. I should just keep them all in a fucking nice little spot, and I'll find it. Oh, fuck. Wait up, give me a second. What about a Big Bang?
Found him.
Yeah, mate. What about a Big Bang?
It's been getting cold as fuck out here, eh?
Oh, man. What have you been getting? Temperatures have been like the worst I saw it. It said it was like 1 o'clock or something in the morning. It said 3 degrees, feels like 0.
Yeah, it definitely does. It does, eh?
That's what the Google thing said. But yeah, it's been fuck. Top of like 14, average 11, low of 6.
It's been getting a freeze in here because I found icicles on the cutter the other day.
Wow. Oh my god.
The desert shit, bro, because in summer you get like the heat, and then in winter it's just cold as fuck.
What about the daytime?
Daytime, like it's been. Let me have a look. I'll go on the weather and have a quick check because it's been.
Because if the sun's out and there's no clouds, it's probably warm, right?
So Arvo time temps, you're getting like 14 degrees. And when the wind's out, when the wind hits you, you feel like it's like 10 degrees out, honestly. I have to
Oh
double.
yeah,
I have to wear this like a hoodie and then put a thick jacket over it just not to
yeah,
be cold, eh?
because they're so small. Yeah,
And your
the
hands are
wind
fucking
is
freezing cold, like constantly, bro. Constant fucking freezing hands.
but then what if it's a sunny day at like 12 o'clock? Would it be warm?
No, still it'll be like 16 degrees, maybe 18 degrees.
True.
So I don't think I've seen it over
And lots
20
of clouds. Do
during
you
the
get the
day.
clouds?
Even like we get good sun, but it'll still be cold,
Oh,
especially the wind, bro. Yeah.
cheers.
The only thing I prefer about living in the desert is when it's hot, the heat's drier. Like, because I used to live on the coast next to the sea, so when it was hot, you'd walk outside and you just start dripping sweat because it's just like 90% humidity or like 100% humidity, you know what I mean? But out here, it's dry as hell, so you don't sweat as bad when it's that hot.
Yeah. When you get in the shade, it's all right, eh?
Yeah,
You find a
bro, but I
tree.
see some of the homeless fellas out here on their put palkins, bro, when it's like 40 degrees out and the concrete, I swear to God, you get a temp gun, the fucking concrete would be like probably like over 60 degrees. And these cunts are just walking around in the sun, bro. You're like, how the
Wow.
fuck are you walking around barefoot?
And they what? They don't have a home, or they live in the car.
No,
What did you say?
there's a lot of homeless fellas out here, which obviously I know that everyone falls on hard times. I'm not judging them because they're homeless at all, but you see him man, you see him out here with no shoes on, and this guy he chooses to wear no shoes. It's just the way he likes to walk around. Like I know he can wear shoes. Um, he'll walk around when it's 40 something degrees, bro, on burning hot fucking concrete. That's for me. It'll even if you stand on the concrete for too long with your shoes, it starts to hurt your feet because it's that hot. So this cunt's just walking around barefoot on burning hot concrete all day, bro.
Wow. Is that fully like they live in the bush, or they live just like under a building or some shit?
He's a crackhead. He's a crackhead that has a physics and maths degree. He used to be like really. He used to be a genius and shit, and now he's he had
On
a
drugs.
he had a really nice house. He had a wife and all this, and then he got on the gear and lost everything. And now he literally just roams around the street. There's so many rumors about him. He's like, bloke's fucked. Like, and there's plenty of homeless people I like out around town. I'll give him a smoke or I'll give him a bit of change or I'll help him out when I can. But he's a proper cunt, that bloke.
Fuck. How old is he?
Pardon?
Do you reckon he's like in his 40s or older than that?
Yeah, he'd be in his 40s, I reckon.
Fucking hell. Bad man. Did he always live in the town?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I wonder if he
I haven't
did.
lived in. I've only lived in this town for like 3 or 4 years now, so I'm not too sure.
Do you guys got a Coles or just a super? Like, is it like a local supermarket? You don't have a Coles,
Pardon?
probably. Like, is it how built up is it?
Oh,
Is it?
well, I put it in the private chat where it's
Oh,
at, but
true. That's right.
it's it's relatively for living in the outback. It's a relatively big town,
Where is it? Oh, it's down
luckily.
there.
So yeah, it's not. I have a Coles
Oh,
and a
okay.
Woolies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a courthouse too.
so it's relatively developed, but um you have like a lot of surrounding town, like really small towns that are out bush and shit that have nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too, John. Catch you, mate. You have a good arvo.
Thanks for coming in, dude. Peace to everybody who's chilling. Thanks for coming up. It doesn't say how long I've been going, eh? You used to tell me.
It says an hour and 20 minutes.
Where did it say that?
For me,
Yeah,
it's in the when I'm on the stream. It's in the top left corner of my thing.
Yeah, it just says live at the moment.
Oh,
You
that's
used to
strange.
tell
Yeah,
me.
mine says live, and then it has the time next to where it says like in the same
I
bubble.
think I'm on an old computer, maybe. It's just like
True. That could be it, or maybe even just your
not
browser
updated.
might not be updated or something.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, good. You got any plans for the hour?
Pardon?
You got any plans for the afternoon or tomorrow?
No,
Gonna
not
do
really. I'm
anything?
waiting on paper. I got to get paperwork done before I can get start my new job because you got to get like security clearances and stuff. So once I get that all done, I'll be back at work. But I'm
Nice.
pretty much just being a grub and just drinking and chilling and like not really doing anything. All I did yesterday was just clean
Yeah,
because I live by myself 90% of the time. I have a housemate who's like a retired war veteran, and he fucking lives down Sydney most of the time, and he comes up here and that. But I live, so I pretty much just like did a full on deep clean of the floors and everything yesterday, and just chilled. I don't get up to much.
nice one, dude. That sounds good. Well, you are they? When do you expect to be go? That's paperwork to be finished. A few weeks, or it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be done within the next fortnight, but it might take a bit
Yeah,
longer, which is a bit annoying. I've already been off work for ages because my last job, I was a salesman. I was doing real good, and then got into some bullshit with one of my managers. Put his hands on me at the pub, and I didn't do anything back because I knew it was on
What?
camera. So, and there was a thing, and then after that, I can't say what happened after that because there's an NDA or whatever. But I've been off work for like 5 months now, man. It's been annoying because government jobs, they take forever to like actually. They'll give you. They'll say, yeah, we're gonna hire you or whatever, but then it's months and months of bullshit before you actually start.
Oh yeah, you were saying in the comments before, right? Fucking hell. That's oh man. But once you get it, have you already had the job? No.
I've got the
Or the
offer,
other
like I
job?
know that I've definitely got the job. But just getting all the paperwork done and that because they were meant to send me their Slack as they were meant to send me the paperwork like 2 months before they did. They just forgot, and then that put that put me back like 2 months, pretty much.
Yeah, true. Fuck. And what about that other one? Fucking the dude put his hands on you, the boss at the
Oh
pub.
yeah, my
What?
manager. I was out at the pub having a drink, and he was arguing like I was having a farewell for my friend my co-worker because he was leaving to join the army, and that was like my last night out with him. And I see the two cunts arguing, so I went over to like see what was going on. And I was like, oh, calm the fuck down. Like, take your hands off my friend because he started putting his hands on my mate. So I was like, fucking chill out. And he just riled up and came at me and like grabbed me by the throat like this, camera right above him. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Take your fucking hands off me, cunt. Like,
Yeah.
and he scurried out the pub and went home or whatever. But it was bullshit.
Did
And
he
then,
push you?
I got
Was he pushing your mate around?
yeah, he was putting his hands on him, yeah, and like trying to push
Yeah.
him in that. And I was like, "Hey, take your fucking hands off him!" Like,
What? And then he
yeah.
tried to grab.
And mind you, he's a really small bloke, like not a fighter at all or anything like that. So he really hadn't the audacity of him to be doing that was just it was one thing already.
What was his like reason for being angry?
Oh, look, I can't remember. It was something about
Oh,
the
all right.
government
I
not.
understand that.
There was something about him not respecting him at work, bro. And he didn't even work there anymore. That was why it was retarded because he. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't use the R word on YouTube, but
Yeah.
what's it called? Yeah, something about him not respecting him at work as a manager and shit like that. Because really, he didn't earn anyone's respect, so no one respected him. But he just wanted to demand it anyway. So yeah, that was the thing, and I ended up getting fired even though I did nothing wrong. So
Fuck. Oh, well, you got a better job now, is it?
I contacted Fair Work, and then we had a proceeding, and what's it called? I signed an NDA, so it all got settled. There's no that's like as much as I can say about what happened.
Okay. Okay. That's good. But if you get a government job, that'll be heaps better. Right?
But yeah, once you've done your probation period for the 6 months, you're fucking set for life,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. You got a permanent position, eh?
Yeah.
Unless you fuck up, I guess. But yeah.
Oh, look, to be fair,
Even
I've
if you
heard
fuck up,
it
that probably
takes so much for you to get fired. If you like, honestly, because you get tenured, so like you're almost like a tenured professor, almost like the way it works. So yeah, you pretty much they need the amount of evidence that they need to fire you and the burden of proof it takes is so crazy. That's why all the politicians always just end up just getting fucking moved around or shuffled around, and like, you know what I mean, and why they get paid so much. It's a shit, like, it's bullshit system, but I still want a job like with them. Would be good.
Yeah. Good. I had a friend like that was years ago. He had a job with the government. And he was, I don't know. They have like levels, right? And you get like
Yeah.
sort of P1, P2, or whatever the fuck. He must be like, this was 20 years ago. So if he's still working for him, fuck, dude. Or a bit less than 20
Yeah,
years.
the starting salary is pretty good, and then a couple, like, I think probably 2 years in, you can get up 2 years if you're good at your job. You can probably get up to about 6 figures, and then after that, every pay rise you get, I've seen jobs advertised, not even like really high up positions, jobs being advertised for like 160 to 180k, and then and you're getting above minimum super as well. So they pay you like, I don't know what percentage exactly, but it's above what they have to pay you, and you get extra holidays and shit, and you get paid holidays, and then you get like you get paid public holidays and Christmas leave, sorry, and then you get extra leave as well, extra paid leave. So it's a pretty good gig. And the people real high up, they make fucking that much money. I think you get to negotiate your salary once you get to a certain point.
True. How did you end up finding that job?
I have a friend who works for the same branch, like a good friend of mine. It's one of my best mates' fiancés. So when I was out of work, I was like, Joe, you work from home most of the time. Like, what do you do? Like, because I knew what she did, but like, what's your job consist of? And she explained it to me. I was like, that sounds like something I'd actually enjoy doing. So I was, because I like working with computers. I can type fucking touch type and shit. So I was like, okay. She's like, she coached me sort of through the hiring process, because they've got like a really in-depth questionnaire that you have to answer. It's almost like I had to write like pretty much a 3-page essay, essentially answering all these questions. I think it was probably about 2,000, 3,000 words all up over all the questions and stuff. But I didn't even have to do an interview. Once I wrote all that stuff on the questionnaire, they put me straight through to the next stage. I think probably because I took it so serious and detailed. I think if you don't go as detailed in the questionnaire, they can follow up with an interview as well. But I ended up going straight through to the next stage, which was basically saying that you've been approved. We're just waiting for a position to open up for you. And then it was like maybe a month later, they were like, "Oh, we have a new opening for a position in your local area. Do you want to accept the job?" And I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah." So now it's just been
Wow,
months of getting the paperwork done. Eh?
nice one, bro. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it should be good. Things are looking up. I don't know. I think once I took me a while, but once I like found my relationship with like my spiritual relationship and fucking dialing in with God and stuff like that, I think everything sort of started to come better in my life and stuff. So blessings have been coming into my life, which is good. So just gonna keep on the path and hopefully it'll work out.
Nice one, bro. Sweet. He's like, it takes really good me.
Got you cracking up, cunt.
Yeah, no, it was funny because you're like talking about being on God's path and shit, and then you like take a swig of beer and look funny.
No, I don't believe it. I'm not Christian or any sort of typical religion that you'd think of. I'm just like I have my own spiritual beliefs that I believe in. And I think there is a God, but it's like my own thing. So I don't I don't need to explain it to anyone. But I'm not like
Yeah,
a Christian or anything.
no.
I don't think drinking's haram. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, okay.
uh,
That's
I still
funny
think it's
shit.
poison, and I don't want to drink for the rest of my life. Like I don't want to be a drinker for the rest of my life. But what's it called? Yeah, I don't have like a religious belief about alcohol.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's even better. I think. Oh shit. Okay, gives me a bit of an echo. So,
It's a little bit hard to hear you, brother.
yeah, it sounds like there's an echo. Oh, hang on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me better?
Oh yeah, a bit better.
Mm. No, I was saying that's even better though, that you found like your own, like you don't have to explain nothing and things are working out though. You know, you're doing your own thing and then it's going good for you, so keep doing it. It's good.
Yeah, cheers, brother. How have you been finding it? Have you finished your university now, haven't you?
Nah, bro. Fucking like I've been had a pretty whack semester. So I've had like it's like exams at the moment. Um but I don't know, I don't know how well I'll do this semester. Um but yeah, I'll be going I'm already enrolled for next semester and like I don't know. I'm thinking about moving. I'll probably moving back to Brisbane. So it's still
Are
going to
you
take
gonna
me another year and a half.
Are you gonna still stick in the same course at university if you move?
Nah, like I wanted. That's what I wanted because at the moment I'm doing Bachelor of Arts, right? Um,
Yep.
and previously I got um, oh no, was it the same? I don't know, but I've done some. No, I think it was the same thing. I did Bachelor of Arts up there, but I did some law subjects as well. So I've got some like units that I passed already, probably like three in total.
Oh, nice.
Um, and then there, I'm doing another one next semester. So if I can get enough of those together to just go directly into getting the Bachelor of Laws, I want to try and do that then. But um, yeah, I've got to just like have enough grades to be able to transfer it all over and get into that course. Otherwise, it's going to take me another like maybe year and a half, or depending if I take it full time, um, to get the Bachelor of Arts.
Do you have a plan for like? Have you like have a vision for what you want to use your degree for already?
Yeah, well, fucking, I do, and I do. I've been thinking about it, like, cause I've got like, yeah, um, yeah, I'm like, um, I was thinking, I don't know, like, yeah, like, I should let my plan out into the open. It might not come true. Nah. Um, yeah, hopefully, like, I did want to do music because I'm doing music as well, right? Um,
Yeah.
I've done some sonic music production course and stuff like that, sonic arts. So yeah, but then I'm just thinking the more and more like I don't know, maybe if that will be, it would be some sort of like songwriting, something like that. Like if I'm able to like write songs and construct them up and write them for other people or something. I could do my own and shit, but that's kind of I don't
So
know.
you'd prefer to ghostwrite for people?
Well, no, I wouldn't prefer to. I'm just thinking more like realistically, but like because I still can
Oh,
bust
yeah.
rhymes and shit, but like but I don't know. Or maybe just
Is that
making beats, maybe just making beats and shit, like
is that
Um,
like I don't know what's the case because I don't make music, but is that doubting like your appeal to the public? Because like I would like because I know you like to make music yourself. I remember you used to freestyle and stuff on lives. Fuck back when I used to watch consistently and stuff. When like this was back when the community was like really tight and everyone was streaming together and all that. Um, I remember your
yeah.
freestyle fucking fair bit. So is it doubt that you wouldn't make it yourself and that it'd be easier as a
Oh,
job, like selling for other people? Because I would feel more confident personally, me too, as a musician, putting myself wouldn't not putting myself out as a public figure, but writing for someone else as a job. I would find that a lot easier personally because I have like social anxiety. I wouldn't want to be like a face of the public or some shit. Is that like a factor for you?
uh, nah. Like, I mean, because I think a little bit. Yeah, I'd say so in a sense. But like, I played professionally for like 3 years when I was in my 20s. Right, I wasn't doing anything, and I was touring around East Coast Australia and Brisbane. I mean, fucking and Brisbane and New Zealand.
Oh
We
yeah,
did three
fucking
cities in New Zealand for 3 years, but most of the time we were hanging around like in northern New South Wales and the top of Queensland. Um, so it's like Nimbin, Kuranda, Brisbane, um, went to Christchurch, Auckland, and shit like that. But anyway, so but then yeah, just that it just like um, yeah, well, nah, like I don't even know, man. Fucking, you know, because I don't. I would like to do my own stuff, but I was probably thinking more in the sense of, oh no, either way, fuck, I'll just say whatever, man. Like, but I was thinking because there's a lot to the music, right? Um, like in the like the industry, it's not just like because you got to know um a fair bit of theory, really. You know what I mean? Like, and then you've got to be able. I don't. Well, it'd be. I don't know. Well, like to compose it on manuscript and shit like that. So you got to know what key it's in. You got to know about scales and
Yeah,
progressions and intervals and shit like this, right? So like, um, and then doing that and making a beat, um, and melodies and shit. See, I'm good, really kind of good at that, making like just an idea. I mean, I spend time because there's heaps to it, right? So you make the idea, you construct up the chords, the bass, the melody, you make it hit, and you put the drums in there, and then you break it up, make it into whatever it is. But then you got to mix it, make sure each sound is like hitting correctly, and EQ it all up. That takes time and shit, and then you got to mix it down, bounce that down into it, make that the one final thing. So it doesn't all kind of just happen like that. There's all different steps to it. So, but I personally, would prefer to just like make um, those, just make ideas and just make them up, and then someone else can fucking um, mix them down and shit like that. You know what I mean? That would be an awesome something for other things to do.
yeah, that's
So
cool. I like how you're
make
thinking.
beats,
I've seen.
make beats. Oh, sorry, keep going.
No, no,
I
no.
was just
You're
going.
good, bro.
I
This
was
is
going to say make. I was going to say make beats and then it's like send them off to these. I guess you because it's nowadays. There's a lot of independent ways, so you could go direct, man. You can send them off to the artists or whatever it is, but sending them to
true. Yeah,
labels or something, or even getting a job on a label as someone like that, um, would be something pretty fucking cool. But then that would be competitive too in itself, because I'm sure if you get onto like a label as somebody who's just like making beats for them and just making ideas and shit, you'd also be if there's other people you're competing with them too for your songs to be chosen and promoted and shit. So um,
definitely. Like this, the biggest, the beat makers in the industry, the biggest ones make so much fucking money. They're raking in more money than a lot of the artists actually are because they're
oh
like,
yeah,
yeah, they're making millions and millions and millions of fucking just recording and stuff. Like, fucking, it's insane. I think how much time and dedication like the craft takes though. Like two of my real
yeah,
close friends growing up were musicians and they're touring around Sydney and stuff now. Doing like
nice.
they do like a sort of psychedelic funk type vibe. But yeah, it's crazy the amount of dedication that they've put in and like learning, not just making something that sounds good, actually understanding exactly what you said, like composing it and EQing
Yeah,
everything, like and
yeah,
making sure every little step of it's perfect and fits together properly. Like it's
yeah.
it's it's like so. There's so much fucking to it. I know I wouldn't. I don't have the creative mind to be able to make music like that. Eh?
Wow, psychedelic funk. What's that? Like, have they got vocals and shit, or is it just music? Psychedelic funk. That
Yeah, they
must
got
sound.
vocals. It's I heard because I heard their shit back in the day, right? It was sort of like I don't know if you've heard psychedelic porn crumpets or maybe it's a little bit similar to Sticky Fingers. I guess their old vibe used to be. Um, that sort of thing, I guess. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, like these are famous Aussie bands. Tame Impala, that they were doing sort of trippy psychedelic, sort of mixed with like surf. I don't know, the vocals sort of like
Oh,
a
okay.
coasty sort of surf vibe. But now they've transitioned into like really sort of experimental, like psychedelic funk and shit with like these really hardcore like vocals and shit. And I don't know, it's too much for me, but like there's obviously they got fans and shit. They're grinding, and I respect them a lot. They work hard. They're all actual musicians. Every single one of them. The fucking drummer, he's one of the best drummers probably in all of that area. He works for like does drumming for that many different bands in the area, and then the bass player, he's a fucking beast, or he's an absolute beast. That kid. So yeah. And they've got a talented piano player as well who does the vocals and shit.
So how many is there? Four.
Pardon?
No.
I
How
think
many
they've got
people?
three in the band.
Or just the three? Wow.
I think I'm 90% sure they've just got the free
And they
now.
got a lot of electronic shit though, a little bit of computers and
Yeah,
synthesizers.
I noticed they put like the piano isn't just like normal piano stuff. They've got like all this weird techno shit that they're mixing in with the piano.
Yeah, cool, man. But the guy's playing drums, a real dumb kid.
Oh yeah, like he's proper drummer. He's got a really nice kit.
Yeah. Sometimes people are playing with electronic kits and shit.
Oh, true. Yeah, no,
You know what I'm saying?
he's got nice acoustic drums.
Yeah. That's cool, man. But you don't. Did you ever play an instrument?
No, I don't. I have to. No, I don't think I've ever really played an instrument. No, I love rap though. Like I study rap. Like
Yeah, true.
I love all different types of rap, from going back to like fucking the 80s all the way till new shit, and like every different genre of rap, really, like UK, Australian, American, all sorts of stuff. I even listen to like some French shit too, because one of my close mates is French. But yeah, I love rap that much. I have like a fucking heaps of different rap playlists.
Cool. So you write sometimes, or bust raps a little bit. Yeah. You've ever recorded rap?
Nah, I like to, like, sometimes I'll catch a wave listening to like a song or something, and I'll just be freestyling in my head. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I just haven't built that confidence up to actually like do it properly. So I just sort of like, I don't know. I feel like one day eventually it'll just culminate the thousands of hours of listening and rapping
Yeah.
along to shit. It'll get to you and you'll figure something out. But
Yeah. Oh, it's starting to rain around here. Crazy. It's been raining for a while. What's the time? I don't know if it's the right time.
pardon.
I was thinking, what's the time? I'm not sure if the computer's got the right time. Just hang on a sec. Hello there, everybody. Anyway, I think I might end the stream, but just
No
hang around a
worries.
second. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, dude. I don't know if I'll keep this up. I'll probably get rid of it, but I might keep it up. I don't know. But anyway, thanks everybody. Take care. Thanks, man,
Good
for
stream.
popping up. Yep, and that's about it. Bye.